Number 1. Purple Kiss's Swan. Debuting as the junior act of Mamamoo, Purple Kiss managed to garner a fair amount of attention as there were lots of people expecting their capabilities to be on the same par with their seniors. While the talk started with talking about their singing and performing skills, it quickly shifted to revolve only around member Swan's figure, since netizens had hardly ever seen a chubby girl be allowed to debut in the rigorous industry like K-pop. Surprisingly, most netizens not only didn't bash her, but even complimented her image, saying they were glad to see her bravely pioneer the body-positive trend in K-pop. Some most liked comments were even about asking haters to shut up about Swan's body, and if they still found her body controversial, they had better focus on healing their insecurity and fixing the outdated mindset. However, this thread of positivity didn't last for long, because right on the second comeback of Purple Kiss, criticism already piled up at lightning speed. While they understood Swan wanted to portray her image as the Black Swan of K-pop, who wouldn't back down at the ridiculously strict beauty standard of South Korea, and probably even a unique case like Hwasa that managed to set a new beauty standard for female idols, her curvy figure still ticked them off, because it was said to be so out of place with her group. Especially because the choreography of Purple Kiss is often fast, some said Swan's unsynchronization with other members came across as even more annoying, because the so-called heavy figure made her moves offbeat, sloppy, and lacking. The wave of body shaming aimed at Swan quickly spread across the border, and at one point, not only K-nets, but international netizens also joined the hypocritical bandwagon, saying that her strengths such as strong vocals and sharp facial features would be better recognized if she shed some weight. Some even said they saw the it-girl material in Swan, but as long as she maintained that weight, that scenario wouldn't ever happen. Number 2. Inmix's Jiwoo. Until now, one undeniable fact remains that Jiwoo's visual belongs to the top rank in Inmix. And according to some, she was even ranked second, though all members were said to have equally impressive beauty. Of course, there was already bad mouthing about her weight since JYP Entertainment let her debut with a curvier figure than all other members. But initially, the criticism wasn't so harsh, for she was believed to soon listen and adapt to the feedback. However, as time passed and Jiwoo showed no signs of going for a stricter diet, the complaints about her weight piled up like crazy. But to the very surprise of everyone, netizens didn't go for the bashing tactic as they often did, and instead went for a more gentle approach, softly convincing that it would be a shame of Jiwoo for continuing to be so heavy, and gradually embedding in her mind how much more support and reputation would be given if she agreed to shed some weight. Of course, some weight, in their words, mean about 10 kilograms. So it's obvious that some haters were just trying to body shame Jiwoo, telling her to lose weight or else the thing she lost would be her career. More recently, there was even a thread on Pan titled "Girl Group Member Who Insists on Not Losing Weight and Who's More Severe Than Liz." And in the comment section, people kept giving confusing signals as to whether they loved her or not. One comment with the fourth most likes went as, "But I seriously wish Jiwoo starts losing weight. Her face is legendary, but her aura is being hidden because of her weight," before going on to criticize Jiwoo's poor self-management, and how a rookie that was supposed to follow strictly with all criteria of K-pop could insist on not losing weight for so long. Because of such an aura hidden under the weight, Jiwoo was also said to just look like a girl coming from a dance club. In fact, coming from a dance club was still an exaggerated comment to some people, as although Jiwoo belonged to the dance line of Inmix, they still hardly saw the sharpness of her moves due to her weight. Others believed the heavy figure of Jiwoo is making her dance moves become much slower and less neat to the point that people forget the fact that she belongs to the dance line of Inmix. By not losing weight, she is said to be dragging the overall chemistry and balance of Inmix down, and being selfish to not only Inmix but also to fans, who have been doing everything to bring the group to a brighter stardom. Still, there were defending opinions, believing that netizens were being ridiculously obsessed with a bony slim figure. The fact that Jiwoo didn't look bloated or have saggy skin meant she looked big probably because of the muscle's weight and the puffy effect created by all cameras. Plus, it made totally no sense to stone a teenager for her weight, because history has proven all idols would be skinnier as they grow up and stabilize their appetite. However, when this post garnered more attention on the international scale, the opinion believing Jiwoo should lose weight if she wanted more support still overshadowed the defending side. According to them, even young age didn't justify her failure to have the look expected of an idol, because lots of girls way younger than Jiwoo still managed to look good. In short, they believe looking slim and sharp is just as important as singing and dancing well. So, had she not been able to cope with the pressure of losing weight, just don't be an idol from the start. Number 3. IVE's Liz. While Jiwoo's condition was said to be more severe than Liz, that didn't necessarily mean netizens would go easy on Liz and accept her for the way she is now. Most recently, a netizen on Pan has explained why topics about Liz were posted so frequently, though Starship Entertainment didn't focus on her much now. According to her, the biggest reason came down to people's regret for Liz's skinny past look. And while Liz was certainly upset by such posts continuously bashing her weight, the OP couldn't help but to implicitly admit that Liz's visual used to be way more attractive. In the comment section, most opinions also agreed with this netizen. One with about 230 upvotes said that it was such a regret that Liz put on so much weight, while she could have managed herself better to be famous for already having a visual just as favorable as NewJeans' Herin. Others, with about 160 and 120 upvotes respectively, voiced the same opinion, explicitly begging Liz to come back to the pre-debut phase, because she used to hold the solid potential to be the visual duo with Jang Won-young. When fans tried to ease out the hate by posting threads with a naive title like, "It's interesting to me that K-Net seemed to not care about Liz's weight when multiple female idols have been ridiculed for it before her," people immediately flocked in, saying the OP's view was absolutely not true. Until now, the number of posts making fun of her weight were countless. And just several days ago, people had seen a bunch more. There was one person who claimed to not care about IVE at all, but still saw countless posts dragging Liz for her weight, trying to convince her to go on a diet. The sad thing is, because of the decreasing support and increasingly negative reactions due to Liz's weight gain, Starship had given her fewer lines this comeback. While this sounds like another conspiracy theory, there's actually solid proof backing up this assumption. Turning the time back to IVE's debut with 11, can you tell who was the one to open this iconic song, take on the most singing lines, and be constantly pushed by Starship as an extremely capable singer of the group? Well, it was none other than Liz. Now, you can easily see things are in total contrast, because not only did she have the second least lines in Afterlike, but her screen time in both the group's MV and reality shows was cut drastically. However, there were still a fair amount of people who said they loved the way Liz looked right now. While it's true that she puts on weight, nothing seemed to change much besides her face and arms getting a bit chubbier. Remarks going like, "Liz would be prettier if she shed weight," and "Liz would be way more famous were she slimmer," were also said to be hypocritical, because it seemed like netizens were inducing their mindset into her thoughts in a disguise of just wanting the best for her. And that was it for those female idols who netizens said they should lose weight if they want to have more love and support from the public. However, before ending, I want to talk about Yuna, aka the honorable mention of this video, to show you that netizens pretty much want to control everything about the idols' visual. Totally different from the previous cases, Yuna wasn't asked to lose weight in exchange for love, but rather to put on weight to meet the beauty standard of K-pop. According to netizens, Yuna was too underweight lately. And similarly to how Jiwoo and Swan struggled to look harmonious with the group when dancing, Yuna was also complained to drag down ITZY's dynamic for her weak moves. Though fans initially believed Yuna wouldn't be affected much by these comments because ever since day one, she had always made headlines for her admirable physique, it has recently turned out that she would still do lots of things to please the public. First, Yuna would frequently use hip pads to make her body curvier, but as people were also discontent about it, she tried to put on weight to ease out the hate. While fans found it upsetting that Yuna, despite her top-notch physique, still had to back down and change to please the public, netizens on the other hand praised her for being an idol who is willing to change for the better. They also complimented that she looked more lively with the proper weight gain, and hoped she could maintain this image for good. This praise, while seemingly good on the surface, was actually double meaning, since it was also a warning telling Yuna to stop putting on more weight than this, or she would look just as bad as the bony slim body. So, do you think being skinny is part of the idol job, and that these idols must lose weight because this is one of the boxes for them to check? Comment down below to share your thoughts with us. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting K-pop content. Thank you for watching.